WUSA 9 breaking news now.
We are staying on top of that breaking news on 95 this morning. We have learned in the last hour that 5 people have been killed in an awful bus crash in Stafford County, Virginia. And with that, we say thank you very much for joining us at 9. I'm Wisdom Martin.
I'm Allison Seymour. We have team coverage right now. Terry Hornstein has been tracking this all morning long since we first hit the air at 4:30 this morning. But we start with Lionel Donovan, who is live on the scene in Stafford. All
right, Lionel, we know it took you about 2 hours to get there from Alexandria. You've also heard from state police. What can you tell us now?
Good morning to you both, and that is correct. I was actually going southbound, and we tried to divert and detour and go up north to the northbound lanes, but it actually took us an hour just to make it to this spot where we are right now. But let me show you what's been left behind from this devastating crash that occurred in the early morning hours. I don't know if you can see past, but on the median right there, you can see that passenger bus that was involved in this morning's crash. The windows are still blown out, but we still have police on the scene, still trying to figure out exactly what led to this deadly crash. And as you were saying earlier, 5 people died in this crash. We've heard from Virginia State Police, and investigators are telling us that according to their preliminary investigation, traffic was slowing down because of a work zone that was in the highway, but the bus did not slow down, and as a result, the bus hit 6 vehicles. The bus hit 6 vehicles, leaving 5 people dead and 34 others injured. 34 people have been taken to area hospitals in order to, and I don't know if you can see right here, one of the trucks is actually taking what looks to be one of the cars that might have been involved in this crash. I don't know if you can see it on the other side right here. But yeah, like I was saying, 34 people have been taken to local area hospitals to be treated for their injuries. 3 of those 34 are in critical condition at this moment. Now, like I said, this investigation is still preliminary, but Virginia State Police are telling us that charges are pending. So charges will be coming out as a result of this crash. Now, like I said, we're still trying to figure out more details about this. As you can see, the traffic on I-95 northbound, traffic does seem to be flowing pretty nicely. This is a very welcome picture from what we saw earlier this morning, where this was basically a parking lot, and cars were not driving at all. They were moving very, very slowly, but it does look like traffic is starting to flow a bit more now as opposed to this morning. So like I was saying earlier, there's still a lot of information that we're waiting for. We understand that this was one of 4 crashes that occurred on I-95 this morning, but as soon as we get more information, we'll make sure to bring it to you.
Yeah, Lionel, just quite a mess out there. Just incredible to see that car all smashed up that you saw on that tow truck. I mean, you can just imagine the impact of this crash that killed 5 people this morning. It's just an absolute nightmare this morning out of Stafford County. So the area Lionel was talking about here, 95 southbound between Quantico and Virginia State Road 610, it is closed at this time. And these are the delays, the traffic moving through that area, really not moving at all. This is not a frozen shot. This is just the lanes aren't moving, I mean, at all at this point. So if you are heading out in this area, that's not my recommendation. I would avoid this area altogether. But if you do need to, traffic is being detoured to Route 1 from 95 at Quantico. Drivers then can get back on 95 at Garrisonville, but you'll be sitting in traffic. You heard it. It took him over an hour to get where he is at this point. So Route 1 is what a lot of drivers are taking to avoid 95 altogether. But because they're rerouting traffic onto Route 1 from 95, and then you have all the other traffic that would typically be on 95 out there, this is what we're seeing, 6 miles an hour to get you through this area where this is going on. So traffic is barely crawling along on both of these major roadways through our area this morning. Of course, a lot more to come this morning with 5 people dead and so many others hurt. It's taking crash investigators quite a while to figure out what exactly happened and to get this all cleaned up. We're keeping a very close eye on this morning, and we will let you know as it continues to develop.